Hi, it's me again. You're back, and... Today we're talking about Totally Spies. Totally Spies was a show that was on Cartoon Network years ago. It was one of those shows that was on every day, and naturally I watched it every day. Yeah, I watched this show. I watched this show religiously. This show is like my favorite show for so long. And yeah, I know I'm saying show a lot, and I know you're judging me on that, as well as you're judging me on the fact that I'm watching a show that was marketed towards girls. And I know what you're probably thinking, and get your mind out of the gutter. I was 5. I didn't understand any of that. I was watching it because I genuinely really enjoyed this show. And chances are, if you're not judging me, you probably understand why. This was a great show. From my understanding, this show is basically Charlie's Angels, which I don't really know anything about Charlie's Angels, except for the fact that there were free women, and there was a dude who would call them and have them go on missions. That's all I know about it. It's 3 girls, and an old dude who calls them and says, hey, yo, here's a mission. We need you, 3 teenage girls, to save the world. And you know what? They did it, and they were badass doing it too. And they tried to make it as pink and as girly and as feminine as they possibly could, because they were like, yo, this is gonna be a girl show, marketing exclusively to girls. And then guess what? Half their audience ended up being male. You know why? Because boys don't care nearly as much as you think they do. Look at how good Powerpuff Girls did. A team of girls who go out and fight crime. You know, maybe this show is the reason why I'm a feminist now. Maybe this show is just feminist propaganda. Or maybe that's ridiculous. I don't even remember what it was I loved so much about this show. I think it was just like the action idea. And also it was very formulaic. It had a very solid storytelling structure that stayed pretty consistent with throughout the entire series. First, you would have a Law and Order style intro, which was seemingly completely unrelated to the rest of the show, but then it would end up tying in. You had Alex, Sam, and I've never met anyone in my life named Clover. Never in my life. Not once. Hey, that was actually a pretty good choice. Then, actually. After the intro, you would see them in some typical, oh, we're teenage girls type of scene. And then they're, I don't remember his name. Let's just call him the old dude. The old dude would call them in, usually suck them up in a tube or something, and then he would tell them their mission. And then, by the end of the episode, they would complete that mission. And then go back to whatever typical girly thing they were doing, which for an audience of young people, that was very, very successful. It was easy to follow, it had action, and it had pretty interesting characters. You know, I'm out here admitting that I connected with a show that was covered in pink girly shit, and I have no shame about it. You know why? Because it's the truth. Okay? I'm not ashamed to admit that, you know? Like I said before, at this time this show was airing, I was much too young for my interest in girls in spandex to be anything. I mean, the show wasn't the best show ever, you know, but for like young kids, the show's like as good as it gets. I'm lucky that I was the age I was to appreciate what the show had to offer. Because if this show came out when I was like 10 or 12, I would not be able to appreciate it in the same way, because I would be like, yo, this is stupid. And I'm not even saying that like this show portrayed women in a way that wasn't questionable, because I was way too young at that time to know, and from the bit of viewing I did earlier, I didn't really notice anything. But if someone in the comments says,
yo, you're saying that this is like a feminist show, but in season 3, episode 12, they said this, which was super misogynist.
Like, I'm just, all I know personally is this was the first show with female protagonists that I was like super into. Like, I was like all about this show. This was like my favorite show, legit, for a while. And I feel like, you know, shows like Steven Universe now kind of fill the same role, where it's like, you know, you have a bunch of strong women who go out and fight whatever evil there is out in the world, and they do it well. So that's all I got to say.
This video has been powered by Patreon. If you want to give us some more support, head to patreon.com/roundtablevids, become a patron, and get some awesome perks. Thanks for watching another video on the Roundtable. If you want to get more involved with our community and watch videos from Let's Talk with Tom, Voxbox, and more, click the video right here. Or if you want to get some more of that animation goodness, watch some Crystal Clear or Meeting Monday, click the video right here. And please, don't forget to subscribe.